Good evening and welcome to everyone.
I'd say this is just giving away a huge advantage by choosing to bowl first. Everything about the pitch says there are runs to be had, and I reckon the bowlers are going to have a difficult time.
Beaten on the drive.
Surely that's got to be called a wide. It's completely out of reach.
Yes. Finds the fielder with that shot.
The Royal Challengers get started with one. I'm extremely excited to see how this match progresses. Two sides that are really aggressive.
Yep. Not a great delivery as it goes down to the boundary. That'll go into the books as extras.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Yep. It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple. A couple on offer here.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep. Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
That ball was just an invitation that was accepted by return of post. Singh will be disappointed with that delivery.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate? Oh, misses everything.
Singh with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Drives and misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding. Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep. Drives it into the covers. Fielders no chance.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Yep. Quick onto that in the infield.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep. Good shot. It's found the gap.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that. Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
No interest in that one from the batter. Jameson will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Yep. Perfectly timed.
What a great shot that was. Onto the front foot really quickly. No stopping that one.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. No, that's missed the lot.
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Trouble! Oh, gone!
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you expect from someone of this skill level.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
Brilliant shot. You couldn't hope to hit it any better than that. It's raced away to the boundary.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Wait.
Just about time that perfectly. There's trouble here.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Well bowled.
Not a very smart shot. Got nothing onto it in the end.
End of the over, 9 off it. The Royal Challengers are 33 for 1. Going with spin now. Great shot,
Yes.
at least one on offer.
Bowler.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Wait.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Waiting. Wait on.
What great reactions. Brilliant catch, close in.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Waiting.
They've picked the gap.
Yep.
Perfect timing.
Bowler.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Good bowling, kept it nice and tight, and made it hard to score runs.
Yep.
Salt got nothing on that as it goes over the rope.
They shouldn't be able to get that many runs without hitting the ball. What on earth is that fielder doing?
Wait there.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Just threw the shot too early.
Well placed,
Yes.
should get a single.
Bowler.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
Wait.
Good cricket all round, good delivery, timed well, but straight to the fielder.
Catch it.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Salt has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Oh. Well bowled.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
End of the over, and again it's a good one for the bowling side. not letting batters build any momentum.
Waiting. Yep.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Nicked it. Strong appeal. Out. What a catch.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
Straight to the fielder. Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
Hit that so hard. Pressed forward, got the body shape right and launched it. One for the textbook.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. Good bit of timing there.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Yep.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
The Kings are now allowed 5 fielders outside the circle. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep, yep. Bowler!
No shot offered.
A well-directed short ball sways out of the way.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Yes.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Wait there.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one. End of the over, 7 off it. The Royal Challengers are 68 for 3.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Bowler. Yep, yep.
Nice shot, runs possible. There's a chance if this hits.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected. Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Wait. Yep.
Could that be out? Looks so.
That was a real shame. That was a brilliant innings. Really was heading towards something special. A good wicket to take at this stage.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength.
Bowler. Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. That's the over. The Royal Challengers are 75 for 4. Jamieson from the north end.
Yep.
David takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries. Doesn't beat the infield.
That shot sees them get their innings started.
Yep.
Some width on offer, but didn't throw the bat at it and just made sure of the cut shot. Shoulders, arms, and true to the wicketkeeper. Beautiful, slower delivery. Just hitting air on that. That was just too good.
Yep. Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Back go the stumps. Missed the straight ball.
A good innings, weathered some good bowling and scored freely when given the opportunity, but couldn't keep it going and will head back disappointed.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease. That's great fielding. That ball was flying. A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Wait.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Wait. Up.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Yep.
Chance to run 2.
Waiting.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on.
bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep. Yes, keeper!
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Yep, yep.
Brilliant diving stop.
Catch it!
Middle that one, great timing.
That one had all the ease and elegance of this batter at their best. Driven perfectly down the ground for 4.
Well bowled.
Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Yep.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
That sees the completion of the over. A good one too, not many opportunities to score. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the south end.
Yep.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running. Good footwork behind the stumps, taking it cleanly. No interest, though, from the batter.
That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two are quick enough to avoid the run out in the end.
Confident appeal, could it be? There's a challenge. Not sure what good it'll do. Looks unlikely it'll be overturned.
Was there an edge? This could be trouble. I'm not hearing anything on this. That could be trouble.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand. Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball. Stoinis, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the north end.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. would have been really happy with that last shot.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Waiting.
Quick onto that in the infield. Gone! Brilliant in the field.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
Massive chance.
Back to the sheds, but a good contribution to the team today. It's been a nice knock.
Hazelwood comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today.
Yep.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Hazelwood ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Great shot. At least
Yes.
one on offer.
Keeper!
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Hazelwood gets off the mark.
7 runs added there. The Royal Challengers are 113 for 8.
Yes!
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple. A couple on offer here.
A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Yep!
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Taken! Good catch too, low to the ground.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
It's a long way to walk. Out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit. You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Really good over. Takes a wicket, keeps it tight. Somehow they've got to find the boundaries.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
A little bit of wobble on that ball. It's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot though. A well-directed short ball sways out of the way.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting. Drives and misses everything.
Oh, there you go. A no ball. Maybe just trying a little too hard. Just need to get more control back.
Right out of the middle.
Well, these are the sorts of shots you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrists to keep control and find the boundary.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Hit that hard, nailed it.
Well, that was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Gee, they're bowling well at the moment. They complete another very good over. Good bit of timing there.
The bowler watches that one go straight back over their head for 6. Brilliant shot.
Timed that brilliantly.
Heaved away off the back foot, sweetly timed.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Yeah.
Head over the ball, great shot, that's racing away.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Nicely played.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Absolutely nailed it.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Flew away with pace, brilliant timing.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
The runs are starting to come now. Really good shot for 6. This innings is starting to build.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Got all of it, and for 6.
That one they got hold of. The slower ball didn't work and it went all the way.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate? Misses everything.
Stoinis with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Beaten on the drive.
Nice bowling.
Beautiful slower delivery. Just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs. Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. Singh, the spinner, coming into the attack. Wow, that's missed the lot.
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
Right off the middle of the bat.
That's incredible. Just the power on that shot. That's the sort of thing you want to see in the crowd when you come to the cricket.
Nice shot.
Cracking shot for 6. Closing in on their half century and really looking good out there.
And out. Straightforward catch by the wicket-keeper. We thought it might be a good pitch to bat on at the start of the day, and we were right. It was a long, hard slog from the bowlers, and now it's a big total to chase down. A couple of big partnerships will be required to get these runs.
Yep.
Well placed, should get a single.
Keeper.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible. The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Wait on.
Straight to the fielder.
Just threw the shot too early.
Waiting.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
Bowler.
Good return there, back from the deep. Exquisitely done on the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
Edge, unplayable.
Keeper.
6 runs added there. The Kings are 6 for none. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Well bowled.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Yep.
Edge, amazing delivery. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Wait there.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
on. Yep.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope, punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
End of the over, 6 runs coming from it. The Kings are 12 for none.
Yep.
Got that away nicely.
Didn't need to bother about running with timing like that.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep, yep.
Edged, there's no one there. Could go down to the boundary. Big shout. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yep.
Big edge.
Keeper.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Well on. Yep.
Not taken. A boundary, but not a convincing one.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Shoulders, arms, and true to the wicketkeeper.
Wait there.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Waiting.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot. End of the over. The Kings are 32 for 1.
Yep, yep.
That is a gorgeous shot. Straight through the covers.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Wait on.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Waiting.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
Can't bowl there. Too full and helped on its way.
That really wasn't a great delivery, seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Wait on.
Quick onto that in the infield. Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. Hazelwood from the north end. The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Oh, nice bowling.
Just threw the shot too early.
How's that?
Bowler is confident on this one.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Yep.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
The timing on that shot was just perfect. Brilliant shot. It was a boundary the moment it hit the bat.
Waiting.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Not a great delivery. Got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Ball is in.
Lovely shot. Rocked onto the back foot and pulled away just behind square leg.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here. With the completion of that over, we see the fielding restrictions finish. And with that, 5 fielders can now be put outside the circle. Sharma coming into the attack from the south end.
A very defensive field, this.
Yep.
Great shot, at least one on offer. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Yep.
Decisive running might have gotten 2. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Wait on.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Yep.
That's gone a long, long way. Well and truly into the 20s now and surely looking towards a big score.
Yep.
End of the over, 10 off it. The Kings are 61 for 1. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Waiting.
Going with a more defensive field.
Yep.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It looked like we're moving to a big score, but it's not to be.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Was that just a bit lazy with the running? Usually there'd be 2 there. Need to take a bit more initiative out there.
Yep.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
Quickly into position, and a very successful sweep brought that boundary.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Yep.
A couple on offer here. 10 runs added there. The Kings are 77 for 2.
Waiting. Yep.
A direct hit and this could be gone.
Confusion written on the batters' faces, a mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Yep.
Super piece of timing.
That's just timed brilliantly. He moves closer to 50. It's going to take something special to get the wicket.
Yep.
A beauty, brilliant catch.
They will receive now the warmest of receptions from this crowd for a supreme display of batting.
Neville won't have the pressure of facing up just yet. The nerves will be rattling a bit while they're at the non-striker's end.
Yes!
Great work.
Yeah!
Held their nerve while the ball was in the air and takes a good catch.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Get it!
Perfect technique and placement.
Seemed very happy to take the boundary first up. Punched away nicely to get off the mark.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come. Neville takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries. Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Bowlers!
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Sharma with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Yep.
Nicely played. Perfect timing.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
Sharma has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket.
Yep. Right on. Yes.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Bowler. We're there.
Straight to the fielder.
Just threw the shot too early. Oh, that was a coat of paint away from hitting the wickets. Great bowling. Deserved more reward.
Yes.
Four runs added in that over. The Kings are 98 for 4.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Yes.
Well placed. Should get a single.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yes.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Yes.
Good shot. A beauty.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Yep. Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. End of the over. 9 off it. The Kings are 107 for 4. Lovely bowling.
Well bowled.
Just great bowling. Gets the ball to turn and it... just misses the stumps.
Yep. Gotcha.
Good throw from the deep, on target. Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Waiting.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yep. Gotcha.
Good bit of timing there.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Waiting.
Out!
Yeah!
Simple catch, and the keeper makes no mistake.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into the fireworks as we would have hoped, but still, solid work.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
8 runs added there. The Kings are 115 for 5. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Yes.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Thick edge.
Just threw the shot too early.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Finds the edge. Now then, was there a faint edge? And gone straight to the keeper.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you'd expect from someone of this skill level.
Yeah.
There'll be runs here.
Pierced the gap and gets their first runs.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Timing just a little early on that occasion.
Yep.
Great shot.
Got that one. Clean out of the middle. 4 off a brilliant shot.
End of the over, 7 off it. The Kings are 122 for 6. Going with pace now.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yeah.
Chance to run 2.
Keepers.
Drives and misses everything.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Yep.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yeah.
Oh my, that's racing away.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding.
Yes.
The Kings weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over. David from the south end. Hazelwood, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the south end.
The captain bringing a good balance to this field, I think.
Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Yep. We're on.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Wait. Yep. Yep.
Needs to be on target.
Good running, it needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected. The batters might start turning ones into twos here, with the field back trying to stop the boundaries.
Yeah. Yeah.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Yeah.
Terrific touch. Cracks it away behind square for 4.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Beaten on the drive.
Nice bowling.
Not a very smart shot. Got nothing onto it in the end.
Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
It's easy runs there at this level when you stray a little down the leg side. Tucked it nicely off the pads for more runs.
Yeah. Yeah. Keepers. Yep. Catch it.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yes.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
Well bowled, but that's another super shot. Onto the front foot, presented the full face of the bat and got it into the gap and all the way to the rope.
Yeah. Catch it.
Struck it nicely. Could go to the boundary.
Great shot. A little bit in the air, but one bounce and a 4. Maybe a little lucky not to find the fielder.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. Edged. Unplayable.
Yep.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yeah.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
Collects that one. Simple as you like inside the ring.
Yep.
Comfortable single if they take it.
Not a smart decision, you feel, not to run there. Mustn't have a lot of faith in their partner, if you ask me.
Yes.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Yep.
Edged. There's no one there. Could go down to the boundary.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary. A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
End of the over. 10 runs coming from it. The Kings are 162 for 6. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yes.
Immaculate timing there. Wow, that's missed the lot.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Yep.
Great shot. Placement exquisite.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong. And it's going to take something special to break it up.
Yep. Yeah.
Brilliant shot that.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Yep.
Power and precision in that shot.
Avoided the fielders, 1 bounce and 4. Fantastic shot.
End of the over. The Kings are 176 for 6.
That's a fantastic win. Maybe a bit closer than they would have hoped, but a win's a win, and they rightfully celebrate.
This was a lot